The 1997-98 Boston Celtics have been an entertaining team all year long, and Friday night was no exception as the Celtics rallied from 18 down in the fourth quarter.
Off the glass,
yes,
big basket by Antoine. It's a 5-point game. Dante. Whoa! And Walker is going to make his move. Will take it off the glass. At the buzzer. At the buzzer.
You get down 18 with under 7 minutes to go on the road. It's not an everyday occurrence that you come away with a victory.
Tonight, the Celtics renew one of the NBA's oldest rivalries with the Knicks. In their last meeting, Boston finally shattered New York's 21-game win streak. Buries a three. Now the Knicks will look to start a new streak as they're in a critical push for playoff position. But they've got to contend with a hungry Celtic team that refuses to go quietly into the off-season. Everybody to what is sure to be a loud Fleet Center here in Boston tonight. One of the great rivalries in the NBA about to be renewed. The Boston Celtics getting set to take on the New York Knicks, a game that has a lot of meaning for the Knicks and has some meaning here for the Celtics as that playoff light is still flickering for Boston. I'm Mike Gorman along with Tom Heinz, and the Celtics come in off just a wonderful win in Detroit the other night, Tom.
Well, it certainly was, and they played their hearts out, got down by as many as 18, but look at this shot by Antoine. And Antoine has been the man all season long. The team has ridden it on his shoulders, and he certainly delivered at the Palace.
He did, off the glass, no less, and then kind of walked around the Palace floor to let the fans know how he felt. We're going to do something new here in tonight's game, and for the rest of the season here on Fox Sports New England, we're going to bring you something called a Fox Spotlight. And what that is all through the night, Tom is going to take a much closer look than normal at an individual player, not only in the context of this game, but how he has played all season long. And starting it off tonight, maybe the guy who's come the furthest all year long, Tom.
Yeah, Andrew DeClerc, and the first thing you're going to look at is the development of this young player, a big guy. And the scouting report when he first got here was that he had outstanding speed for a center, and he was a quick leaper, could get up in the air, and he was a very aggressive player. Now, you put that in the context of what Rick Pitino's doing, and you've got mobility, you've got quickness, you've got a guy that can leap. Now, how does he go about utilizing all of those good things and what Rick Pitino wants to do?
Early on, it was a struggle for him.
It sure was. Take a look at this. I mean, he was totally unfamiliar with what was going on, unfamiliar with playing an awful lot of minutes, and unfamiliar with his teammates. And little up fake, little confusion, shoots the ball before he looks. Now, take a look at, on defense, he really became very over-aggressive, and he got in a lot of foul trouble early in the year. Take a look at what he's doing now. There's a clean shot block, another shot block. And on offense, he's improved immeasurably off the boards, knows when to take the shot, what hand to go to. Beautiful play here, and against one of the top shot blockers, gets this lefty off. So there is confidence that's been building in him from the beginning of the year. Watch this play. Nice catch. He's got good hands. And off the boards against a tough rebounding team, the Knicks. And that's how aggressive Andrew can be.
We would like to see more of that come your way tonight on our Fox Spotlight. Here is Rick Pitino talking about Andrew DeClerc.
He's had a fantastic year. You know, the great thing about Andrew DeClerc and Antoine Walker is they've almost played every practice this season. They play every game. They're durable, they're physical. And Andrew should feel a little tired right now because of the way he has worked this year. So we owe him great debt of thanks because of what he's done for this basketball team this year. Because he's really a small center for this league.
The Boston Celtics on Fox Sports New England are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. By Gillette Sensor Excel and the Gillette Series. Gillette, the best a man can get. By the Discover card. It pays to discover, accepted where you see the Novus sign. By Fleet, ready with the financial solutions for all your personal and professional needs. By Bell Atlantic Mobile, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. By Budget Rent-A-Car, try a Jaguar, Mustang convertible or other diversion from Budget. Get out of the ordinary. By Sam Adams, a better glass of beer. And by McDonald's. Did somebody say McDonald's?
Where's the game? Where's the game? ¿Quién está ganando? Dime algo. What's the score?
Don't go there, Tyrell.
What's the score, man?
Not Tyrell.
What's the score?
Tyrell should have bounced outside to the 6 or cut back to the 2.
Yeah, man, but what's the score?
Have I ever told you the secret of football?
Many times.
You see, football is 15% physical and 85% mental. Now, your opponent may be bigger and faster, but if you're bigger and faster here, you will defeat him.
So what's the score?
There's only one important piece of information in the world, the one you want. And getting the information you want is simple with Seagate hardware and software. Seagate, information the way you want it.
Before you buy a digital wireless phone, Bell Atlantic Mobile wants you to ask this simple question. Does it work just about everywhere? Does it work here and out here? Does your phone sound clear here? The fact is, from Boston to D.C., nobody has more digital coverage with the most advanced digital technology than we do. A cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
John Lithgow performs the Discover Card Dial-Along song.
An extemporaneous piece.
Provided for your dialing pleasure while you call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2 and apply for your Discover Card, the card with the cashback bonus award that always pays you back.
That was a nice surprise.
And that's music to everyone's ears. It pays to Discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
Settle down, everybody.
No matter what lies ahead of you, remember this.
Jimmy, put that down.
Good coffee, good bagel, good morning. For a great snack any time of day, pick up a freshly baked bagel stick and a medium coffee for $1.99.
Now it's time for the Adidas Real Deal. On Friday night, Kenny Anderson's return to the lineup was lost in the great comeback the Celtics made, but Kenny was back at the point for 22 minutes and dished out 11 assists, creating numerous easy opportunities for his teammates. Kenny Anderson, he's the real deal. And the opponent, of course, tonight, the New York Knicks, a team that comes in off a loss to the Nets last night, dearly needs a win here this evening, Tom, to keep playoff position alive. And Allen Houston's been carrying the load of late.
Yes, after Patrick Ewing went down, Allen Houston became a real step-up guy and has really responded. A great outside shooter. Was always kind of hanging on the perimeter, and now his personality has been assertive and aggressive. And he has really hurt the Celtics.
And let's take a look at our Sam Adams matchup of the evening. It is Andrew DeClercq against Charles Oakley, who is getting the start actually in the middle tonight for the New York Knicks. So we will have Oakley and DeClercq in our matchup. Andrew, a guy who is all over the place. He'll be the subject of our Fox Spotlight tonight. Our camera guys have got some extra pads on, getting ready for Andrew.
I went to my first rodeo when I was 60. Fell in love with it. So Bill and I fly to rodeos on Southwest Airlines. With fares this low, we are getting to be regulars. Bill wishes I would stay home and play bingo.
B11.
I tell him as long as Southwest is flying, I'm riding.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hey, don't work too late, kid.
Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
We are back. Let's take a look at the Fleet starting lineups here this evening. The New York Knicks, a small but powerful front line. Oakley, Houston, and Johnson, and Starks is going to get a start in the backcourt. So almost a three-guard offense for the Knicks with Oakley and Johnson. I thought we were going to see Mills in the starting lineup, but we will not. John Starks really has struggled of late for the Knicks. 2 scoreless games in his last 3 outings. There are some reasons for that I'll explain to you a little bit later on. On the other side for the Celtics, Walker, McCarty, and DeClercq along the front line. Kenny Anderson and Ron Mercer in the backcourt for Boston. The Celtics coming into tonight's game again with that playoff hope burning. If they could run the table, there's no telling what could happen. And Andrew DeClercq, the subject of our Fox Spotlight this evening.
Yeah, we're going to be discussing an awful lot of things about Andrew DeClercq, but getting to this ball game right now, this is a very small Knicks team, as you mentioned, but the Knicks have passing with this ball club at every position. So the pressure defense that the Celtics have employed in the past may not nearly be as effective against this team as it has been against some other teams. Johnson and Oakley are exceptional passers for big people.
The Knicks, of course, dominated this series for the last 2 or 3 years, but the Celtics snapped the streak recently at 21 and would like nothing better than to make it 2 in a row over the Knicks. We'll see what they can do before a sellout crowd here at the Fleet. Of course, whenever the Celtics play the Knicks at the Fleet, there are usually a lot of Knicks fans, and there is Andrew off the bat with 2.
Spotlight that one, and Kenny Anderson is going to make a career for Andrew DeClercq because Andrew is really, really fast, and there you saw the speed of Andrew.
Here's Starks handling it outside for the first time. Mercer has him. DeClercq gets him now in a switch. They send it to Oakley, and Oakley throws it away. Looking for Johnson down low.
Well, they're going to rely on Oakley to do a lot of setting at a table type of stuff for this offense.
Andrew DeClercq has hit 8 of 9 shots so far this year against the Knicks, so he is happy to see those blue uniforms here tonight. And Walter McCarty has got a quick 2.
Yeah, and Andrew made the perfect pass, waited till he headed to the hoop, and then put it right where it had to be.
And a quick 20-second timeout is taken by Jeff Van Gundy. And Andrew is liking the spotlight stuff, Tom.
I'm going to tell you, put it on me, baby. I'll respond. Let's take a look at right off the tip as he controls the tip against the weak jumping Charles Oakley, and then he heads to the hoop and right up. And Kenny Anderson, I guarantee you, will be looking for DeClercq. Watch DeClercq now with the pass as McCarty clearly had his man beaten, and Andrew put it right on the money.
Knicks come into tonight's game 41-34 as you look at the numbers for Andrew DeClercq when he is in the starting lineup and when he is not. The Celtics obviously within 2 games of 500 when Andrew is out there. Anderson jumps out defensively on Ward. Starks pops out. McCarty aggressively out on him. Johnson looks like he wants to try to take DeClercq, get some help, and he throws it away. Houston just trying to hold off Mercer all the way up the court. It's going to be Boston ball.
Well, there's a man I cannot be too happy with the ball handling of his club right now. And the Celtics really haven't even put a pressure defense on yet.
Once again, the Knicks coming into tonight's game off a loss to the Nets at the Meadowlands last night. Big game down in New York City. I happened to be in New York City last night. Everywhere you went, that game was on a television set. Celtics turns over for the first time. Here's Starks handling it outside. DeClercq jumps out on Ward. Ward trying to force it inside, and Johnson able to come back up with it. Spins for 2.
Now, Walter had a hand on it as on the rotation he was right where he was supposed to be.
Walker, first shot of the night, he buries it.
Boy, did he have a game in Pontiac.
Did he ever? Banked it home, no less.
Not just the 31 points, but he was huge in every aspect of the game.
Foul off the ball called by Bruce Alexander on Walter McCarty. Walter not happy with it, neither was Coach Pitino. Oakley misses the outside shot. McCarty tips the rebound over the top. Kenny Anderson comes up with it. Kenny on the break. And he'll have to pull it back out. Keeps the dribble alive. Tries to spin. Gives it to Antoine. Antoine missing the three, and Starks comes away with it. Oakley out to set a little screen. Mercer stays with Starks. Oakley sets the pick. Ward into the paint and gets two. Strong drive to the basket by Charlie Ward. 6'4", Celtics by 2 in the ball. Anderson looks to answer back. Can't. Kicks it out instead to Mercer into the paint. Stripped by Starks from behind. Here's Starks 1-on-2. The crossover. And Starks is going to get himself to the line. And Walter McCarty, I believe, is going to be saddled with his second foul. Yes, he is.
Well, here's Andrew, your biggest player, is hustling back on defense to try and cut this off. And that's the speed that we talked about. Was a lot of players will not, even though they're very fast, utilize their speed as willingly as Andrew did just then.
John Starks is able to knock down the free throw. As we mentioned, John has been struggling of late. Last night, as you see, no points. That's the second time this week he had a game where he did not score, and he had never done that before in his career, which is now in its 8th year. I mentioned earlier, John's grandmother is very ill back in Oklahoma, and John is extremely close to her. He has traveled back and forth to Oklahoma a couple of times, and it weighs on his mind daily and has affected his play, obviously. Anderson, nice spin off the glass, count it. He'll go to the line.
Well, they cut off the angle. And nice defense here by Ward as they close down the angle, but look what Kenny can do. A little spin move, and then it goes to his natural hand, the left.
11 assists for Kenny the other night in Detroit. Completes the three-point play, so already he has surpassed his point total, and Boston's up by 3. Minor defensively now has Houston. Now Anderson picks him up in the split, and an illegal defense is called. I believe it was Knight. That is the first against Rick Pitino's club, so the Knicks will inbound. Oakley finds Ward. Knicks are trying to get Houston off the mark this trip. Houston has it partially blocked by Knight, but it comes right to Johnson. Blocked again by Knight. Knocked away by Minor. Off Johnson, out of bounds.
And he has a few words for Nolan Fine,
who specifically asked us to be kind tonight. Yeah. Nolan's a good guy. Nolan and Joe Forte, a couple of college referees about 5 or 6 years ago. Knight on a nice feed from Anderson. Couldn't finish, but he'll get to the line.
Well, that's a great play by Travis, who really got yanked from behind. Totally not balanced. But here's the great pass by Kenny. Watch this. This is what this guy means to this team. I will find you. Just get open. And Travis Knight truly was open. Mike with Kenny Anderson, and there goes Nolan Fine with a technical on Larry Johnson. And that started on the last Knick possession after Larry fumbled it out of bounds.
Kenny Anderson knocks down the tee. And now Travis Knight will be back at the line to shoot his second free throw. The Celtics a chance for an unusual three-point play.
Michael, I'm going to say one thing. With Kenny Anderson in this lineup on a regular basis, the Celtic team will be able to average over 110 points a game. I'm predicting 115 a game.
Johnson inside, blocked from behind. Walker and Knight combining there. In the middle, Anderson tries to get it ahead too fast. Stark sends it the other way to Ward. Ward to the basket, knocked away by Anderson out of bounds.
Good hustle by Travis Knight and Kenny Anderson. Kenny covered one side of the basket, And Travis, the other side. Watch Kenny now hustling. Gets in there on that one, and Travis had his body down there too.
Bruce Alexander with another kind of phantom call off the ball. He's got Ron Mercer this time. It's 2 off the ball fouls that have been called by Alexander. Starks comes up firing along with it. Kenny Anderson standing right there for the miss. Antoine. Front rims a 3, picked off by Ward. Ward will stop and go into the lane, blocked by Knight. There's Walker. Anderson, the hard push. Minor, count it, and he'll get to the line, give the foul to Houston.
I would love to be playing basketball with Kenny Anderson. You just get out there and you are going to get a layup. Watch the good block coming up here. As Travis got a piece of that, and then Antoine, quick outlet. There comes Kenny, and he knows the man is open, and he knows that that middleman defender had to make a commitment to stop him, and that opened up Knight. So Kenny Anderson creates offense for other people, just holding the ball for a certain period of time till that defender commits himself. But he knows already who he's going to use.
Greg Minor coming up with a 3-point play. Celtics have their biggest lead off a 9-0 run. It's 15-6. Houston skips it. Oakley couldn't make the clean catch. Gets it back to Ward. Ward, little ball fake. Houston open for the jumper, long with it. Rick Pitino telling Danny Barrows to push it. Gets a little screen from Knight. Starks made the nice defensive play, and they'll get the layup.
Well, the Knicks will surprise you. They're a good defensive basketball team, and this is a very experienced veteran defensive team.
Mercer coming around the screen. Can't get the jumper to stay. Rebound taken off the floor by Ward. Everybody boxing out. Nobody going for the ball. Johnson feeds it down on the baseline. Nothing Oakley could do down there. Oakley gets it back. Johnson, strong rebound over the back. Puts it back up, and Walker rips it off.
Well, and Travis Knight bothered Larry Johnson that time. Good defense there by Travis.
And Rick Pitino says, let's take a full timeout. And the Celtics roll with 6:23 to go here in the first quarter. Boston has opened up a 7-point lead on Fox Sports New England.
Will you be able to afford the future? What will your grandson want for his birthday in 2019? What will dinner for the whole family cost in 2021? Can your house continue to be the stage you live your life on? You'll need a plan. And with mutual funds, brokerage services, and the right investment advice, no one can help you make a better plan than Fleet. We're ready when you are.
Over half of American kids are not active on a regular basis, but there are lots of fun ways to get fit.
You can double dutch.
Play with your dog.
Jump higher.
Make a move. Juggle, or at least try to.
The more active you are, better you'll feel. Play fit, stay fit.
Wynton Marsalis plays offense.
Crossover. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. It's Jim Hardaway. If you want to see the definition of power, watch this move.
Man, I love this game.
Watching Celtics basketball on Fox Sports New England.
6:23 to go here in the first. Let's check in with Willie May.
Well, thanks, Mike. You know what? We're doing our Fox Focus tonight on Andrew DeClercq. Well, his dad, Donald, is here in town from Florida. Checking him out, seeing how his son's playing. Sort of like we're checking them out tonight. But guess what? Andrew says, you know where I learned to bang from? From my dad, Donald. He's in the house. Mike, Tommy?
All right. Don about 8 or 10 rows behind us, and Andrew getting off to that quick start. He's on the bench at the moment. Here's Mercer coming around the screen, kicks it back to Barrows. Barrows takes the dribble in the lane, finds Mercer open. Won't stay. Rebound, Houston. Minor defensively is going to pick up Houston. Stays with them. Walker over there on Oakley. Johnson couldn't make the clean catch. Wants to take Knight. Johnson just bowls his way to the basket, and the foul's going to be on Knight.
I want to tell you, that is vintage. Larry Johnson just knocked you down like Alonzo Mourning.
Just kind of ran at him there, didn't he?
Yeah, just, hey, I'm going right in your face. And
Larry Johnson at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, Larry's going to have a night because that's Patrick Ewing, and rumors that he's going to try and get back for the playoffs. Whether that's true or not.
Saw some footage of him working out the other day. Johnson misses both of his free throws. Johnson only averages 10 points a game against the Celtics and 4 rebounds, as opposed to his 16 points and 6 rebounds against everybody else. Walker's pass is slapped out of bounds. 5:38 to go here in the first 7-point game. The Celtics on Fox Sports New England, brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places and do things you never thought possible. Fly Southwest Airlines. Mercer with the left hand, and it won't stay, as Mercer's 0 for 3 here in the early going. Starks on the baseball pass, comes up way short. Walker kicks it. Barrows fakes it, takes it. The rebound taken down by Ward, who almost traveled with it. Starks. Oakley trying to tip it inside, did, and then Johnson couldn't finish. Barrows just able to save that from going into the backcourt. Kicks it back to Knight. They find Walker, a little ball fake, gets closer and gets 2.
Now, when they come racing at Antoine, you should forget the outside shot.
Barrows, nice play to tip it away from Starks. Here's Dana. Kicks it back. Antoine for 3. Got it! And Van Gundy has seen enough. The Celtics, a little burst to open up a 12-point lead. 4:27 left to go in the first. 20-8 Boston on Fox Sports New England.
Beauty, prepare to meet your beast. Excuse me, but if you dial 1-800-COLLECT...
It's 10 cents a minute every evening.
You know about 1-800-COLLECT's super low rates, too?
Of course I do, silly.
Do you believe in destiny? 1-800-COLLECT, 10 cents a minute every evening.
Hey, don't work too late, kid. Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
This is where I work. These are my co-workers. Those are my customers. And that's me. Employee number 8. I make baskets.
We're back. Celtics up by 12, and Rick Pitino and his young hustling Celtics take on Keith Van Horn and John Calipari's Nets at home on Wednesday night, April 8th. Now, tickets have started at $10, so visit the Fleet Center box office or any Ticketmaster outlet or call 931-2222. Celtics basketball get pumped.
Antoine Walker doing it. A little up fake there, and then the little floater. And then Dana denied the three, finds another guy willing to take it, Antoine Walker. Yes, sir.
Tyus Edney into the game for the first time for Boston. He's out there with Walker, Knight, Mercer, and Minor. Mills just in, can't hit. Another rebound, the 5th of the game for Travis Knight. It's Oakley, Johnson, Mills, Houston, and Ward out there right now for the Knicks. Edney finds Greg Minor, a little fake behind the screen, takes it back to Walker. Antoine, 10 in the shot clock. Antoine back out to Edney, 7 on the shot clock. Tyus with 4 on the shot clock, throws it up on the run, it won't go down.
I'll tell you, Bruce Alexander didn't do the Celtics a favor that time. Tyus got hit on the side going up for the shot.
Celtics aggressively out on Houston, and Minor comes to help out to knock it away. The veteran Terry Cummings is going to check into the game. And Larry Johnson will go out. Knicks down by 12. 3:39 left to go here in the first. Celtics just home off a 3-2 road trip, including coming from 17 down against Detroit the other night. That with 7 minutes to go in the game. Now the Knicks are looking a little shaky here, Tom.
Yeah, they knew what they wanted to do that time and spread it wide and try to catch the Celtics on the rotation, and just a bad pass by Oakley, who is really an exceptionally fine passer. A turnover.
Made a couple of careless passes here tonight. That's going to be no foul on Charlie Ward, his second. That's going to get Chris Childs up off the New York bench with 3:22 to go here in the first.
Number 1, Chris Childs into the next lineup. He replaces Charlie Ward.
Jeff Van Gundy's team has a tough schedule. They get down to play the Hawks on the road on Tuesday night, then have back-to-back games with Miami. Again, having lost last night to New Jersey. This could be a rough week. Travis Knight couldn't make the clean catch off the alley-oop from Walker.
Yeah, somebody up underneath him, too. That was a very difficult play.
No question. Houston. Knight keeps it alive. Tip last by Oakley out of bounds. It's going to be Boston ball. And the Celtics are going to get Andrew DeClercq and Jean Tabak back in.
By Andrew DeClercq, controls the tip. Gets the first pass of the game for the first basket of the game. As the first inside pass by a center, an easy 2 for Andrew. So let's see what else Andrew can contribute.
Greg Minor buries a jump shot there, and it's a 14-point game. Celtics showing the full court pressure again. Childs has to pull up in the face of the double team. Houston walks it across, but the Knicks are down to 14 on the shot clock, and then Nolan Fine with the call on Tyus Edney.
15 foul.
First on Tyus and the 5th on the team. Knicks have committed 14 fouls, and with 2:26 to go in the first, Allen Houston will be at the line for a couple. The Knicks are playing like they bust up here from this.
Yeah, and there's Chris Dudley and Buck Williams all injured. They're a really good, big, strong front line. In addition to Patrick Ewing, been out for a substantial period of time. And Cummings here is a last resort type of player. He's got some experience. I don't know if he can hold up.
Minor kicks it back out. Edney, little hop into the paint, got stripped, but Mercer is there. Still plenty of time, 7 on the clock. Mercer's going to pull up and bury a 3.
And he had Houston down low and backing up. Great move by Mercer.
The Knicks have gone better than 8 minutes without a basket here. Oakley. Mills gets it inside. Cummings gets doubled, goes anyway to the basket, pulls up and banks it home. a veteran move. And Rick Pitino quickly wants a 20-second timeout with 1:35 left to play here in the first. And Boston up by 14. It's time to vote for this year's Accountemp's 6th Star Award. It's where fans decide which player best represents Celtic pride. Tonight, Angel Nurse from Lisbon Falls in Maine picks Dana Barros. All contestants will receive a 6-month membership to FitCore, and one lucky grand prize winner will receive a pair of Celtic Skybox tickets plus a 1-year membership also to FitCore. To enter, send a postcard with your 6th star choice to the address on your television screen.
You take a look at how smart Ron Mercer has become this year. Fumbles it away, and the left of your screen you're going to see the defender backing up down low, and that's plenty of room for Mercer to just rise up and fire away.
The Celtics have Edney, Tabak, DeClerc, Mercer, and Minor on the floor. Tyus. Greg off the dribble is going to take it and make it.
And Greg played some outstanding defense on this road trip. And he also hit some really good shots, too, in a couple of these ball games.
Celtics with their biggest lead here have stretched it out to 16 with a minute 18 to go in the first. Mills looking to inbound against full court Boston pressure. Childs with Edney on him. Houston trying to go low. Mercer picked him up. They get it back to Childs. Houston. Mills lays it down the baseline. Cummings, 2 in the shot clock, has to take it and makes it.
That was a great shot. He was under the gun that time. They were down to 3 seconds on the shot clock. He had to take that shot.
Cummings has bailed out the Knicks the last 2 trips up. The box kicks it to Minor. That's going to be a foul on Charles Oakley as he was battling with Andrew DeClerc down low.
Well, spotlight the battle, and Andrew is willing to battle with anybody. Gets inside, and there's Oakley just going to thrust him aside. Learned that from Pat Riley.
So Andrew will get 2 here with 40.6 seconds to go. I have a feeling Andrew will take a lot of free throws this summertime. He's come a long way, though. He's up to 61%.
Yeah, and he was starting until he hurt his back. He's had a little bit of a back problem, and it's just not as free and easy as he was before. He's got a nice rotation. I think he's going to work on a lot of things over the course of the summer.
Mills sends it up to Childs. Childs, the crossover dribble, takes it into the lane. Cummings feeling hot. Back rims that one. Rebound by Mercer. About a 6-second difference right now between the shot clock and the game clock. And Tyus Edney goes coast to coast. Andrew the follow, and then taken away by Oakley. Childs trying to get it back in a hurry. Finds Mills on a cut. Blocked by Tabak. Picked off by Cummings. He'll take it again. Does not get the bounce. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Mills with 9.9 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you, Tabak got it up the floor and made a good defensive play that time.
Celtics looking for the final shot here. Mercer comes off the screen, takes it, makes it. Mills able to throw it in, and a steal by Edney. Grabbed at the last moment by Childs, but an impressive 12 minutes of basketball by the Celtics here, as they have blown out the Knicks in the first. It's Boston 30, New York 13 here on Fox Sports New England.
They say you should give your kids 2 things, roots and wings. Like every mother, I want the best for her. Today that means college. But I know there are a lot of zeros on a tuition bill. And I know those bills come twice a year.
Through investment advice, home equity loans, or student loans, Fleet can help you give your children the opportunities they deserve.
You know, wings.
Fleet, we're ready when you are.
Oh, how happy at your New England Ford dealer.
Is it just a coincidence, or is it a conspiracy? Find out on Direct Ticket. Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts in the suspense thriller Conspiracy Theory.
You think you're living in a free country? There's a lot of conspiracies going on, you know.
The only people who believe Jerry Fletcher
Can you prove any of this?
Absolutely not.
are the ones trying to kill him.
I have to find Jerry.
I got him.
And only she can save him. Mel Gibson, Julia Roberts, Patrick Stewart, Conspiracy Theory on Direct TV.
A full-time hustler.
This is wrong. It can't get no righter.
And a small-time reporter.
Without me, you're probably gonna end up dead. 1 or 2 of these, a couple of these, and I'm cool, man.
Are about to hit.
Where are my diamonds? What diamonds?
The big time. Chris Tucker.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Charlie Sheen.
You stole from the wrong bunch of bad guys.
Money Talks.
I should be Ebony Man of the Month.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
You're watching Celtics basketball on Fox Sports New England.
We are back about to start the second, and let's start it off with the Gillette incident replay.
You're going to see how smart Kenny Anderson as a point guard middleman on a fast break. Celtics come up with the rebound, quickly get it to Kenny. Now, lefty of screen is Minor. Kenny Anderson has one defender. Watch him just look at that defender, and he makes him play him until he stops. And then the pass is nowhere can that defender even come close to intercepting that ball. He passed it so that the defender never could get into the passing lane. So that's what Kenny Anderson can do. He will create easy shots for other people.
Celtics are going to make Childs give up the basketball in the backcourt. Pretty good double team by Mercer and Minor. Tipped the ball. Andrew DeClerc picks up that foul.
That's his first personal foul.
First on Andrew. Bruce Alexander has been the bane of Boston's existence here. If you can have somebody be the bane of your existence when you're ahead by 17. Starks pops out. Mercer's got him. Cummings sets a little screen. Tabak stays with Starks. Cummings gets it back. Plenty of time. Takes it to the basket. And the foul is going to be, I think Andrew has picked up 2 quick ones here. Yes, he has.
Celtics foul is number 45, Andrew DeClerc. His second personal foul.
Well, here's Andrew in the spotlight once again. He's fronting his man. And Johnson trying to elbow him and then has to go and release and defend the basket as somebody made a penetration. And those are the little things that experience has started to teach Andrew DeClerc. You got to be alert like a middleman in a fast break. Take a look at the stats here, Mike.
5 of 22 shooting for the Knicks, and Terry Cummings, the guy at the free throw line, is 2 for 4 from the field. So the rest of the team, a dismal 3 of 18 as Cummings makes 1 of 2.
Well, I wouldn't get too happy because the Knicks can and will turn it on.
Celtics by 16 here with 11:20 left to go in the first half. Mercer comes around the screen into the paint. The finger roll won't stay, and Mills comes away with it.
They have no shot blocker in there right now, and if you get in the paint, you're going to be able to sight the hoop.
Johnson short with the power move. Knight might have got a piece of that. Mercer, the alley-oop. From half court.
Right on the money, and Mercer gave him the signal. Stuck that finger up. Let it happen.
Foul is going to be called on Tyus Edney off the ball.
Here's Walker, and the signal has already been given. And Starks knew it was coming, too. And another look.
Great pass.
And right at the corner of the backboard where it's supposed to be.
Childs has it knocked away by Edney. Tyus with Childs behind him. Count the bucket. And Tyus will go to the line. Well,
the Knicks are fumbling the ball all over the place. As Tyus got a piece of that. Nice pass to lay it out there and let Edney go track it down, and then Edney cut off the retreating defender beautifully, create the three-point opportunity.
Tyus with 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different Celtics have scored in this game. They lead by 21. That foul is going to be called on Antoine Walker. Let's check in with the coach, Willie May. What you got, Will?
Well, Mike, just checked in with the Celtics bench. Dana Barrows has gone to the dressing room. He has been throwing up, not feeling too bad, feeling kind of queasy. We'll keep you posted. The Celtics keep this up, sure he won't come back.
Don't get too graphic now with us here, Will. You can keep us posted.
You got it, Mike.
Well, Bill Russell used to do that all the time. Only that was a good sign.
That was good. You worried when he didn't. Huh?
That's right.
First point for Chris Mills. Remember Chris Mills? About 4 months ago?
You know, that deal, I think, was just a sensational deal for the Celtics. Absolutely think it was a sensational deal. And there are people still questioning because they signed Mills and you know, and then they trade him. Well, this team they didn't like the door jam, so they got a new door. That's what it amounted to.
Cummings takes down the Mercer miss.
This was far from even a thought of a completed team.
Mills to the basket, too strong. Knight got a piece of that rebound. McCarty gets it in the middle of Edney. Boston running. Oh, nice play. Tyus Edney to the trailer, Travis Knight. Boston pushes it back to 21. It is unbelievable how the Celtics have the Knicks scouted here. Mercer off the steal. Every single time the Knicks bring the ball up the court, Jimmy O'Brien is up yelling what the Knicks play is going to be. And now Van Gundy wants a timeout, and he will get it with 9:25 to go in the first half. And the Knicks are getting smoked here in Boston. You're watching Celtics basketball on Fox Sports New England.
With all its room, power, and payload, a Dodge truck can go just about anywhere. Right now, your Dodge dealer is taking this truck someplace a Dodge truck rarely goes. On sale. Announcing the National Dodge Truck Sale, where you can lease this Dodge Ram loaded with a mighty Magnum V8, air, and an automatic for just $229 a month. Or you can lease this hot Dakota Sport for just $199 a month and get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge. Select Dodge trucks now on sale at your friendly Dodge dealer.
When one is competing for the eye of the judges, one must keep a firm leash on odor and perspiration. Thus, right guard, clear stick or clear gel. Powerful protection that glides on clear to make sure odor and wetness obey. Okay, boys, we're on. Blue 22, 64, 38, hut, heel. Right guard, clear stick or clear gel. Anything less will be uncivilized.
Papa Gino's, a passion for pizza. Now order any gourmet primo at the regular price and get an additional primo for just $6 at Papa Gino's.
It is a 39-16 lead, and Boston has it with 9:25 to go in the half.
The Celtics really came up with some great turnovers, and then this type of thing with big men running, nobody picking them up. And then here's some more defense on clean takeaway by Mercer. He goes in uncontested. So the Celtics aggressively attacking the Knicks. And they're having their passing problems.
And Celtics Magazine is your inside source for the latest on Rick Pitino and his Boston Celtics. Tune in tonight right after the game here on Fox Sports New England. The crowd at the Fleet Center is loving this here tonight. Look at that shooting, 15-26 for Boston, 5 of 24 for the Knicks. 58% and 21% for you non-math majors out there. Once again, Boston comes with the harassing defense. Knight, McCarty, Walker, Edney, and Mercer on the floor for Boston. Johnson handling it outside, under 10 in the shot clock for the Knicks. Starks is going to try to take his man one-on-one. Knight jumps out on him. Starks kicks it right to Mercer. Ahead to Edney. Back to Mercer.
Boy, and more great defense by the Celtics produces a layup.
Another steal. Antoine, a little too flashy with the no-look pass, trying to find Mercer. Starks takes it right down. It was put back in by Cummings. Cummings has 7 points in the game. No other Knick has more than 3. Celtics by 23, 26. Johnson can't get the ball in bounds and has to call a timeout. 8:22 left to go. Jeff Van Gundy, to this point, has no answers for Boston.
Where's the game? Where's the game? ¿Quién está ganando? Dime algo. What's the score?
Don't go there, Tyrell.
What's the score, man?
No, Tyrell.
What's the score?
Tyrell should have bounced outside to the 6 or cut back to the 2.
Yeah, man, but what's the score?
Have I ever told you the secret of football?
Many times.
You see, football is 15% physical and 85% mental. Now, your opponent may be bigger and faster, but if you're bigger and faster here, you will defeat him.
So what's the score?
There's only one important piece of information in the world, the one you want. And getting the information you want is simple with Seagate hardware and software. Seagate, information the way you want it.
Hey, don't work too late, kid.
Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
We're back, and the Celtics would like to welcome Antoine's Crazy Eights. At each home game, a local community group is chosen to sit in a block of seats donated by Antoine Walker. And tonight, a group from the Boys and Girls Club in Dorchester is enjoying the game. Antoine's Crazy Eights, hosted by Sprite and sponsored by Adidas, Sports Service, and the Paul Revere Transportation Company. That's my hometown up there. 8:15 left to go here in the first half. 44-18. Boston just cruising. Knight keeps it alive to Mercer. Antoine. Edney looking inside. Walker's trying to come through. They get it into Antoine. Wants to take Larry Johnson. The half hook.
I tell you, he's got everything going now because he had no way of knowing if that was going in. He just shot it without looking.
Walker is 5 of 7 in tonight's game. Underneath is the man again, Cummings. Cummings with 9 of the Knicks' 20. Edney kicks it back out. Knight will take it. Here comes Ward looking to push it. The Knicks have not had too many fast break opportunities. Ward has to kick it back out. Houston, he finds Johnson. Johnson gets it back. He's going to shoot over Walker. Misses it. Walter McCarty is there. Anthony Bowie on the floor for the first time tonight for the Knicks.
I tell you, they backed off Johnson. He took the first shot that was available. He's concerned right now. Every time he handles it, he's getting doubled. So he's not going to take the best shot.
Tyus Edney turns it over, and back in the game is Dana Barros. Dana, a trooper here tonight. You heard Willie May report earlier that Dana was having some trouble keeping anything down early on in the game, went to the locker room, is now back, and now is very quickly back on the bench, as they're not going to allow either Minor or Barrows in this particular whistle. So Edney stays out there. Celtics are going to come with full court pressure. Ward gets it ahead to Houston. Houston to the basket for 2. First basket for Allen Houston comes with 6:45 to go in the first half.
Well, they have doubled Houston every time he's handled the ball.
Celtics getting a little careless now with the basketball. Ward the other way.
Well, Mercer never looked. He was wide open.
Cummings lays it down. Johnson's getting the basket. He's going to get to the line. Terry Cummings has been the only spark on this Knicks team so far.
Now, here's a good play coming up as Cummings draws the double, and plenty of room in the gap there to find Johnson underneath.
Walter McCarty is going to have to come out of this lineup here in a moment. That was his 3rd personal foul. Johnson able to complete the 3-point play. The Knicks are back to within 21. They were flirting with being down 30. Knight takes it strong. Tapped home by Walker.
I got to tell you, that was just an all-star play. He went in to tip it in with his left hand, saw that he wouldn't be able to do that, and then he went to his right hand. What a play.
Houston with the miss. Another rebound tonight. Barrows kicks it out. Walker. Dana's going to take a 3. He's got it. Celtics have got a lot of answers here tonight. 5:50 still to go in the first half. Boston's got 51 points on the board.
As the double on Houston.
Charlie Ward, a deep 3. That was a little push by Larry Johnson. Got away with it.
Push.
Yeah. Bowie sends it to Cummings. Cummings, short that time, gets his own miss. Goes up and under for 2. Cummings has got 11. To be the last guy who I think would thrive in this up and down Boston game. But he is tonight.
He's a smart player, and he can dribble the ball.
Walter leaves it to Knight. Back outside Minor. He finds Barrows. Dana again. Back rims that 3. Rebound with Cummings. 6 rebounds for Cummings to go with his 11 points. Houston finds Ward. Ward along the baseline, and Antoine Walker is going to be called for the foul. That's 2 on Antoine. Jean Tabak is going to check back into the game, and Travis Knight comes out for Boston. Ron Mercer is also in for Boston. Walter McCarty will sit down.
I think the officials wanted a blow. I mean, we've said this many times across of the year. This style of play, you're going to pace the game as rapidly as the Celtics want to do it. If any of these officials are injured, and some of them are injured during the course of a year, they don't want to run up and down. And some of them, you know, by this time you think they'd be in the world's greatest shape, but they do get winded too. You don't substitute for the officials. So at times they have a tendency to penalize the team that's creating the pace. And don't think that this is anti-anything. It's the real truth.
Knicks not helping themselves at the free throw line, where they are just 7 of 13. Antoine has it knocked away, and it's picked off in there by Bowie. Ward, the bounce pass to Oakley. Can't do anything with it.
Oakley had the shot. He didn't want to do it.
He didn't seem to. That's a nice look. Finds Mills. And Coach Patino says, hey, let's talk it over here a little bit, guys. Don't want to give away this lead. 4:08 left to go here in the first half. Boston up 51 to 29. As good an offensive show as the Celtics have put on in a long time. You can get away to it all. Mohegan Sun Resort Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut. One way to do that. Walker for MVP. Well, certainly of this team. Meanwhile, the Knicks MVP is standing there in street clothes over the shoulder of his coach. And I've always kind of maintained, I thought the Knicks without Patrick Ewing would, despite their hefty payroll, were a borderline playoff team at best. What do you think?
With Patrick Ewing, they were borderline, you know, going and winning a championship.
Right.
Without Patrick Ewing, they got no chance to win a championship. And the other players have really picked up their game. Allen Houston, in particular, has played exceedingly better basketball. Charles Oakley now, because Dudley has gone down, is being asked to play center. I mean, that's a lot to ask for Oakley. Play center. He's not a leaper, and you know, Buck Williams used to come off the bench. They're getting great minutes right now from Terry Cummings. But who else? Mills has not come off the bench to spark them.
Well, speaking of guys who aren't leapers, let's check in with Willie May. Willie.
Well, Mike, talked to Patrick Ewing, and you know what? He's not a leaper right now. He's on the Knicks bench, and you know what? He had to use about 60 tickets tonight, but he's been working out, as you said earlier, Mike, and you know what? If I were a betting man, he's not working out that hard, but not to come back this season.
All right.
He's a competitive guy, and I'm sure he'll give it his best to come back. He doesn't have too many seasons left, Patrick Ewing.
The Knicks have never come from any further back than 14 in a game this year to win. They've been down as much as 26 in this one.
Now, that was the first bad pass by Kenny Anderson as he waited for Tabak to get in front of his man. Thought he made a move. Tabak didn't make the move.
Kenny back in for the final 4 minutes of this first half. Here's Bowie. Leaves it for Oakley. Oakley trying the extra pass, and Greg Minor with the nice rotation. Here's Mercer the other way. Knicks are back defensively. Antoine, little floater, short. Tabak, nice play, kept it alive. Minor in and out with the three. Tabak again knocked away by Ward out of bounds.
I like what Jean Tabak is providing with this ball club, and you know, compare him to Andrew DeClerc at the beginning of the year. I mean, Andrew didn't know this style of play either. Tabak doesn't, and he's learning fast.
Walker. That's going to be a foul on Mercer on the sideline. Ron picking up his second. Celtics are over the limit, so the Knicks, who have not been exactly adept at the free throw line, are back there again. Here comes Travis Knight into the game. Cummings with 11 points to 18 for the rest of the team. Houston will get 2.
You know, Terry Cummings is a strange case in that he's had a heart condition, and when he was playing for Milwaukee, Don Nelson, per doctor's orders, you know, he's on medication and all this other good stuff. I forget exactly what the condition was, but he could only play about 34, 35 minutes a game before he'd run out of gas. And you really had to coach him, but this guy is still going on playing. He's playing tough.
Mercer. 13 first half points for Ron Mercer. And once again, Boston comes with the full court pressure as Anderson forces Ward to bring it up. And Kenny tips it away from behind, and then Ward throws it out of bounds, trying to save it. 11 Knick turnovers, 22-point Boston lead. Knicks, I want to say, only trended over, I want to say 14, 15 times last night in losing against the Nets. There's a great look by Anderson there. Knight couldn't finish, but he's going to get himself to the line.
You know, that's a good move by Travis. Now, he knew what he wanted to do. Now, a lot of people, big Travis Knight fans, a lot of people hate Travis Knight. And I'll tell you, Travis Knight's going to be a fine player because he's mobile. And he's going to acquire a natural strength as each succeeding year goes by. He doesn't need to be putting on weight and lifting all that, those weights and all the other stuff to strengthen up. This kid will naturally mature physically, but he has got mobility and quickness for a guy his size.
Oakley didn't hesitate that time and missed it. Another rebound to Knight. Gets it quickly to Mercer. Mercer back to Anderson. Anderson minor with the catch. I don't think Greg thought the pass was going to get through to him. It did. As Mercer leaves it, Kenny's going to take it. Can't get the three down. Another rebound for Knight. Misses the finger roll. Another rebound for Knight. Back to Mercer. In the lane. Mercer kicks it back to Anderson. And the Celtics will reset. Anderson, the spin. Anderson all the way. And Kenny is going to get to the line. And whirling dervish.
He may have walked on that play. He made 2 spins with 1 dribble. Kenny going to force the play. This is what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, I see the walk right there.
Yeah.
Oakley picks up his 3rd foul. He will have to go to the bench.
Kenny Anderson on the line, shooting 2.
You know, all the naysayers about this style of basketball working in the NBA, I laugh. Now, some of the Knicks players have said that. The Miami Heat players have said that.
Tim Hardaway has been very outspoken on that point.
All right, and what Rick Pitino is doing right now is developing a 12-man team. Not 4 guys, but 12 men. And each one will be an important part of what they do.
Cummings. Mills has to throw it back out to Ward. Final minute 45 here of the first. Boston by 25. And there's Anderson with a rebound.
Well, they waited about 3 counts before they ever picked up the foul as Bowie was doing a bear hug on Tabak.
He had one. Dana Barros is going to come back into the game. And John Tabak will shoot a couple. Dante Jones is going to check in.
Dante Jones, I keep saying, is just a firecracker. It's going to be beautiful, but he's liable to explode. He has got offense that very few people in the league possess. He's got an innate instinct on where the shot is. He's got confidence that you can't believe.
Tabak comes up with the turnover as Bowie lost it on the spin move. Here's Dante showing you that confidence. He thought that was in. He was trotting the other way. Tabak and Knight combined for the rebound. Back to Dante. Knocked away, no call. Here's Mills. Ward in the middle on the break. Mills will take it and make it. Final minute of play here in the first. Boston by 24 and the ball. Rick Pitino up pleading the case for his player Dante Jones. Travis Gathers just can't finish.
I'll tell you, that was another good shot.
Bowie skips it to Mills.
You know, that kid just showed you that he's got some Kevin McHale moves.
Cummings.
Terry Cummings got the touch.
Yes. A 13-point first half with Terry Cummings keeping the Knicks at least within sight of the Celtics. Rick Pitino wanted to take a 20-second timeout, but Celtics didn't have one. Knight rattles it home.
You know, Travis Knight doesn't practice that inside stuff an awful lot. And Knicks, the Celtics are really trying to get him to work on it, so he doesn't have the confidence yet.
Cummings banked that one home. And Tabak has kind of had it with the physical play of Anthony Bowie. Rick Pitino's trying to get Tyus Edney into the game, and Minor, and trying to take a 20. I don't know if they have a 20. I don't think they do. So I think that's going to have to be a full timeout with 3.1 seconds left to go here in the first half. Ron Mercer with 13, Antoine Walker with 14, leading the way for Boston. Let's take a look at Ron Mercer.
There's that great back down, and then a couple of alley-oops he had. And there's the good pickoff. Glides to this one. And you better stay in his face. The only bad play made so far in this half is he came off a pick. They saw him, gave him the ball, and he never looked to see that and knew that he was open. That's the only mistake this kid's made that I could spot.
And Antoine, the other Kentuckian, also having a good first half.
Here's a three by Antoine. He loves to make threes. And this hook shot. And then this shot here should be a staple of his game for the future. Fake the outside shot and take it to the hoop, and a little floater, the tweener shots. There are very few players that have tweener shots anymore. Antoine's one of them.
6 of 10 shooting, and don't forget to stay tuned at halftime. Leo Secondo will be along with a closer look at our player in the spotlight tonight. That's Andrew DeClercq. Leo will also have a look at first half highlights, so stick around here at the half. Andrew DeClercq, the man in the spotlight. And we will have a Fox Spotlight for each of the remaining home games this year, taking a close-up look at the Celtics as they head down the stretch here. 22-point Boston lead at 59-37, 3.1 on the clock. Celts have to come the length of the court, and it looks like it'll be Jean Tabak who will make the inbounds pass. Mills is the free safety out around half court right now for the Knicks. Comes into Tyus Edney. Edney gets it off at half court. Oh, and front rims it. The way the Celtics are playing, you almost expected that to go in. An excellent offensive first half for Boston here as they are in control of the game. Led by 17 after 1. It's 22 at the half.
This is my life. I have 5 kids.
Maggie, Katie, Molly, Aaron, and Ryan.
I want to be a lawyer, but there aren't any law schools where I live. So twice a week, after I get the kids off to school, I go to law school in another state. Southwest has lots of flights, so I get back in time to tuck my kids into bed.
Hey, for ingenuity.
My kids take the bus to school. I take the plane.
You are now free to move about the country.
Sometimes you just have to want it more. When more points comes down to more passion. When you'd rather wound your body than your pride. When getting to heaven means going through hell. And either you have it in you or you don't. Gatorade. Is it in you?
In 1995, mankind's first experiment with alien DNA was a mistake.
She's a genetic duplicate of the original Sil.
In 1998, man's first trip to Mars will be a disaster.
There's something wrong with me, Dad.
We've got 2 aliens running around.
Hold on for the sexiest thrill ride of the season. Species 2, rated R, starts.
We're doing a little bit of a street test for some NBA gear, and we wanted to know if any of you guys are up for the challenge of doing some 3-on-3 ball in another court.
I think we just gotta pass and screen more. 3-on-3, you need chemistry.
Who wants the challenge?
You have to be close with your teammates. I think the chemistry's gotta be there as a whole, and so whenever we win, all of us enjoy it and we're sincere about it, right?
NBA authentic gear, redesigned by Champion, Starter, and Nike. Get your NBA gear at Champ Sports.
What do you get from the man who has everything?
From the director of 7.
What is it?
It's a game. They know who you are.
This is Cynthia calling from CRS.
How'd you get this number?
They know where you live.
What is this?
Let's save the questions till afterwards.
And they want everything. Michael Douglas.
Who did this to me? Why?
Sean Penn.
I paid him more to make it stop.
The Game.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
And we are at the half in Boston, where the Celtics defense has held the Knicks scoreless at one point in the first quarter for 8 minutes. Boston has definitely done their homework, and you have to credit Coach Jimmy O'Brien for the effort thus far, as the Celtics lead at 59-37 at the half. Andrew DeClercq has also come up big for the Celtics here in the first half. He got them going with a quick bucket, then a quick assist. He only has one foul thus far. Andrew DeClercq is tonight's Fox Spotlight.
3 on the shot clock. Longley got a piece of it. Celtics get it up and get the basket. DeClercq.
Way to go, Andrew. I love Andrew.
I know you do. Oh, Andrew. Oh, swallowed up by DeClercq. And I mean swallowed up by DeClercq.
That was an animal play. An animal play.
It's much different than any other style I've ever played, and I think it kind of took me a little while to really get comfortable with it and start to understand what it was he wanted.
Weber will launch a 3. He didn't catch anything with that. Antoine, nice look.
And Weber was looking at his rebound, and DeClercq just took right off. Well, Andrew's getting an idea what the heck he's supposed to be doing here.
Andrew DeClercq, the great hustle up the other end. DeClercq went on the floor nicely, gets it to Mercer. Tough shot, 2.
I see improvement in him every day, and we're very excited about that. And Andrew's a tough physical basketball player who's now getting some finesse to match that up. He's got very good speed, very good hops, and I'm very excited about his growth as a player, and I think the sky's the limit of how far he can go.
Over the top, Murray. Oh, nice play by DeClercq. Antoine backing in, turn around off the glass. No, DeClercq. Yes.
Don't get him, Andrew.
Mercer inside. DeClercq for 2.
That was a pair of hands by DeClercq.
Veteran Terry Cox blocked by DeClercq.
Andrew, let's get a clock started for him.
And we still have much more ahead for you on the half, as we will continue after this.
At Foxwoods, we have more jackpots and more happy winners than any other casino. Come to Foxwoods. You'll enjoy the change. At Foxwoods, you'll find Ken Davis to take your bags, Doug Forrest to make you dinner, and Mike Keogh to pay your jackpots. You'll probably enjoy seeing Mike Keogh the most. Foxwoods. Enjoy a meal in our authentic Chinese restaurant and go home with a fortune. We pay more jackpots than any other casino in the world.
When they run patterns.
Nike cross training available at Bob stores.
When you think about it, your life is kind of like a company. It's made up of different divisions. Car division, the house division, the saving for college division, the save at least a little something for retirement division. But all the divisions report to you. You are the president of your life. And at Fleet, we have just the kind of financial resources, solutions, and ideas someone in your position needs. Fleet. We're ready when you...
You know the game. Now get inside it. Log on to NBA.com and reach every team and every player. Explore NBA news and notes. Visit the NBA store. Or chat with NBA players and coaches. Enter NBA.com Arena and go courtside for live game audio broadcasts and on-screen play-by-play. It's all here. The online world of the NBA. Go to the net. NBA.com.
People get ready, get into the
And we are back on the half from the Fleet Center in Boston, where the Celtics were out of the block first and really just never looked back in this one. They lead at the half 59-37. Leah Secondo with you when we pick up the highlights in the first half. After the Knicks had cut the Celtics lead to 3, Boston on a tear. Travis Knight comes up with a partial block there, and Boston is off and running in the other direction. Kenny Anderson finds Greg Minor. He hits the bucket and is fouled and converts on the three-point play. Celtics in the midst of a 13-2 run in the second. Travis Knight fills the lane on the trail. Celtics led at that point 37-16. Knicks had a 7-0 spurt, but New York just couldn't stop the Celtics in transition. Tyus Edney, the alley-oop to Ron Mercer for 2 of his 13. The Celtics are just running away. The new Dodge NBA leaders total rebounds this season. Dennis Rodman with a comfortable lead over the rest of the pack, including the first half rebound numbers for Antoine Walker. He is currently 5th with 772. Much more ahead for you on the half. Stay with us right here on Fox Sports New England.
Guess what? Susie Fetterman got sick, so I don't have to be the dumb dinosaur. I get to be the peacock.
Great. Peacock.
Want to get away? Southwest has your ticket to freedom. For only $99 or less, you can fly coast to coast when you purchase by April 15th.
You are now free to move about the country.
With all its room, power, and payload, a Dodge truck can go just about anywhere. Right now, your Dodge dealer is taking this truck someplace a Dodge truck rarely goes. On sale. Announcing the National Dodge Truck Sale, where you can lease this Dodge Ram loaded with a mighty Magnum V8, air, and an automatic for just $229 a month. Or you can lease this hot Dakota Sport for just $199 a month and get a Magnum V6 at no extra charge. Select Dodge trucks now on sale at your friendly Dodge dealer.
There's been a change in plans.
I'm going to LA tomorrow?
Tonight. The meeting's at 8 a.m. Oh, and here's your rental. We got a good deal.
This is it?
Have fun.
Great presentation. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Budget introduces the VIP pickup for just $29 a day. Budget. Get out of the ordinary.
Presents Fight Time on Fox Sports New England.
When they run patterns.
Nike cross-training available at Bob stores.
Discover state-of-the-art conveniences and friendly service at the Harborside Hyatt Conference Center and Hotel, located on Boston Harbor, minutes from Logan Airport. Call 617-568-1234. Nothing is overlooked except the view. And welcome back to the half, where it's time now to check the budget halftime stats. Celtics out shooting New York from the floor. Boston at 48%. Celtics also with the edge from behind the arc, a little under 50% right now, and spreading the wealth with 16 assists. Time to send it back to Mike and Tommy for second half action between the Knicks and the Celtics, only on Fox Sports New England.
The Boston Celtics on Fox Sports New England is brought to you in part by Ocean Spray. Thirsty for something real? Try the refreshingly honest taste of Ocean Spray Chew Strings. By Bob Stores, where your weekend begins. By Foxwoods Resort Casino, the new hotel tower now open. Call 1-800-PLAY-BIG. By your neighborhood Dunkin' Donuts, something fresh is always brewing here. By Hadger's Big and Tall Stores. And by Papa Gino's, a passion for pizza.
It's time, Celtics fans, to vote for the recipient of this year's Account Tip 6-Star Award. Choose the Boston Celtics player who you think best represents Celtics pride. Act now and you could win. Nightly winners will receive a 6-month membership to FitCorp, helping companies through healthy lifestyles. One lucky grand prize winner will receive 2 6-month memberships, plus dinner for 2 with Skybox tickets to see a Celtics home game. The 6-Star Award, brought to you by Account Tips, Fox Sports New England, and the Boston Celtics. The ball's in your court. Vote today.
Hey, don't work too late, kid.
Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
This is where I work. These are my co-workers. Those are my customers. And that's me. Employee number 8. I make baskets.
Over half of American kids are not active on a regular basis, but there are lots of fun ways to get fit.
You can double dutch. Play with your dog. Jump higher. Make a move. Juggle, or at least try to.
The more active you are, better you'll feel. Play fit, stay fit.
Wynton Marsalis plays offense.
Crossover. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Vintage Jim Hardaway.
If you want to see the definition of power, watch this
Man, I love this game.
Watching Celtics basketball on Fox Sports New England.
We are back about to start the third, but before we do, let's check in with Willie May, who's with my pal, Leo Papile.
That's right, Mike. We do have Leo with us, and Leo, you've been on the hunt again. Portsmouth, where all the seniors are down there, just getting back from there. What'd you see?
The NBA invites 64 seniors to come into like a pre-draft camp, and they're inviting 32 more, 8 of them from Phoenix, 8 from Portsmouth this week to Phoenix. 4 New Englanders were there. They all showed pretty well. Antonio Granger, Mickey Curley from Boston College, Catino Mobley from Rhode Island, and Tyrone Weeks from UMass. They all gave good accounts of themselves. You're looking at a lot of late first-rounders and all second-round picks in Portsmouth. In Phoenix, the competition will go up a little bit higher.
Anybody surprised?
Your big surprise, Sadie Washington, Western Michigan. Everybody's consensus best player there. Kid who blew out his knee and got Western Michigan to the tournament this year. Had a terrific 3 games. 80 points he scored in 3 games.
Wow. So, you know, we'll be getting a little update from you from Phoenix later this week.
We'll be calling in.
All right. Leo Papile, Mike Donnie.
All right. One of the really good guys in this business, Leo Papile. Always gives you a straight answer. Knicks nearly turn it over, and they do turn it over on their opening possession of the second half. Antoine is out there with McCarty, DeClercq, Mercer, and Anderson, and then Boston.
He passed it about 10 counts too late. And Mercer, they had no defenders on that side of the floor, and Andrew just, Antoine never even spotted it. I don't know what happened in the locker room, Antoine.
New York starters were a combined 5 of 24 in the first half, and Allen Houston's going to try to better that mark here in the early part of the third.
Here's Allen Houston coming out of the Knicks locker room as he turns the corner on Mercer, and Antoine will pick up the foul.
Eight points now for Houston on the game, averaging 22 against the Celtics in the last 2 ball games, with 16 of 31 the last 2 outings against Boston. Starks defensively out there on Mercer. Houston jumps out on McCarty. DeClerc kicks it back out. Seltzer at 6 on the shot clock. Walker knows it. Walker's going to have to take it. Back rims that one. Rebound taken down by Wolf. Houston goes inside to Johnson. Johnson kicks it back out. They swing it to Starks. He's wide open. Can't make it. And DeClerc, nice job holding off Oakley and gets the rebound. Kenny Anderson, little spin move. Has the jumper. Count it. And Kenny will get to the line.
You know, in addition to Kenny Anderson's ability to pass the ball, which we've documented every time he's put on a green uniform and able to play, this guy can score points. Now you watch this move. Spins, and there was the man hanging on his shooting hand, and he still could get it off and in.
9 points here for Anderson. Charlie Ward picked up his 3rd personal foul. Boston hanging on to a 22-point lead. Mercer nearly came up with the steal.
That's great hustle. Now Mercer has been out there challenging the passing lane on almost every single play as they are really trying to take the ball away from Allen Houston.
Jeff Van Gundy really is not happy with his team. As you see, he came all the way out to nearly half court to meet them off this 22nd timeout. Apparently what he said in the locker room at halftime is not sticking.
Well, let's do a little spotlight on Andrew DeClerc, who has not played an awful lot of minutes tonight. But big start here, and Kenny Anderson zips it to him. Good hands with the putback. And here he is down on the box, and the muscle goes on, the wrestling match. And there's Andrew with the aggressiveness. And there's the last rebound that he picked up in this early 3rd quarter. So Andrew is aggressive even when he's sitting on the bench. Has not played an awful lot of minutes.
Oakley with time, and he makes it.
Yeah, rotation slow that time. Somebody should have been coming to Oakley.
First basket for Oakley in the game. He's just 1 of 4. Anderson gets doubles, loops it back out to Walker. Walker hits a 3.
He's hit a few today. Big hoop there by Antoine.
He's got 17 on the night, and Boston comfortably in front here by 23. Even though the Knicks have played better in the opening minutes here of the 2nd half. Oakley for 2 more.
They're attacking inside right now. New York trying to get the ball inside a little bit more instead of getting Houston totally involved.
Because matching baskets, something the Knicks obviously cannot afford to do. Antoine, 3 on the shot clock, finds Mercer. Mercer's going to have to take it. And a desperation shot doesn't catch any iron, so it's a 24-second violation, and then the Knicks will get it back and a chance to cut the Boston lead to less than 20. Celtics have won 2 in a row. Boston 21 and 14 here at the Fleet Center this year. Many goals Rick Pitino talked about trying to attain in his first season. One of them was establishing a home court advantage. He's done that, T.
One thing he has established for sure in the NBA is that the team that's going to play the Celtics better be prepared to play hard.
Starks, McCarty chasing him. Starks keeps on going and gets 2. 5 points now for John Starks in the game, and it's 19 the Celtic lead. Starks is 2 of 7 from the floor. Mercer in the paint. Got stripped by Ward. Long lead pass to Starks. Easiest basket of the night for the Knicks so far.
Right now, things are not gelling for Boston on their offense or defense. They played consummate team basketball in the first half. Right now, they're not playing consummate team basketball.
6-0 Knick run. McCarty is open and makes it.
That's team basketball.
Sure was. Walter his first 3 of the night. He's got 5 overall, and Boston's back up 20. That was a big shot. I mean,
it certainly was. It's a momentum breaker.
Yep. Johnson turns on DeClerc. Help from Mercer, kicks it out to Houston. Houston will take it. Rebound to McCarty.
Boy, and the shot clock was about to go off.
Pretty makeable shot, though, as Anderson comes up short on his jumper. Andrew can't get the follow to stay there.
Yeah, a little bit more poise on that shot. It was in. Those little things, more experience.
Nice play by Anderson. Another nice play by a third nice play by Anderson. And the loose ball to Clark. Saves it to Walker. Ahead, Walter. And he got fouled by Starks.
Now, that I find fault with. Do not make the slammer jammer, make the basket. And that extra time that he utilized. Watch Andrew. Watch this great play by DeClerc. As Kenny Anderson was all hands on this one, the scrum develops, and before he hit the deck, the Celtics had possession, and off they went. They should have had a layup.
That's a terrific play by both Anderson and DeClerc. Anderson knocked it away 3 separate times, and then Andrew went to the floor to flip it loose and get the Celtics going on a break.
And you know I love Walter. Walter, I'm going to tell you, pick up your clothes. That was a mistake.
1 of 2 for Walter at the free throw line. 6 points overall. Celtics back up by 21. They had a 22-point lead at the half. Barrows defensively out there now on Ward. Houston trying to free himself of McCarty. Into the lane. Houston gets 2.
Well, he gave him 2 hippity hops and a step, for crying out loud.
Also gave him a left arm as he went back. Celtics turn it over to Ward. Starks. No, tipped in by Oakley.
Well, the Celtics are succumbing to their success of the first half right now. This is not good stuff I'm seeing here in this third quarter. Right now, you can put the game away in the third quarter if you just same intensity as the first half.
Here's Knight trying to keep it alive, but he couldn't. Starks spins into the forecourt. Charlie Ward. Nice little layoff to Oakley. And Rick Pitino has seen enough. 8 points for Oakley. And suddenly it's a 15-point game, 69-54 here on Fox Sports New England.
Guess what? Susie Fetterman got sick, so I don't have to be the dumb dinosaur. I get to be the peacock.
Great. Peacock.
Want to get away? Southwest has your ticket to freedom. For only $99 or less, you can fly coast to coast when you purchase by April 15th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to you.
Kids, time for school.
No matter how your day starts, remember this.
Be nice to your brother.
Good coffee, good bagel, good morning. For a great snack any time of day, pick up a freshly baked bagel stick and a medium coffee for $1.99.
Before you buy a digital wireless phone, Bell Atlantic Mobile wants you to ask this simple question. Does it work just about everywhere? Does it work here and out here? Does your phone sound clear here? The fact is, Boston, D.C., nobody has more digital coverage with the most advanced digital technology than we do. A cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
More spotlight on Andrew DeClerc. And as Andrew, now you're going to see what I've talked about the speed. Now watch him just turn it on against a smaller player. I mean, that is really something. Then aggressive bang there, comes up with the rebound. And a little bit more poise would have had the layup.
Back live, Travis Knight, nothing doing, looks for help, finds Mercer. Ronald, take it, got it.
Good pass by Travis Knight. They put him on the box. Someplace where he's not comfortable playing right now.
Knight the quick hands and Barrows with the turnover. Ahead to Antoine, only Ward back. Nice look. Antoine watching Travis Knight the whole way, and Travis will get to the free throw line.
Well, watch this now. As Travis starts this thing off with the good hands, as they pass the ball right in the wheelhouse, and there's Travis lumbering up, and there's the hit on the arm, and no chance to make that shot.
Travis Knight shooting 2.
First points of the second half for Travis Knight, and Jeff Van Gundy looking at that momentum his team had built up just moments ago. Slip away. Knight can't get the second one to stay down. It's Boston by 18 with under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Starks looking low, wants to go inside, does. Houston stripped nicely by Barrows. Dana the other way, gets it to Minor. Minor trying to leave it a little behind Ron Mercer, and the turnover is caused. Ward gets it quickly ahead to Houston. Houston count it, and he'll get to the line.
Patino not happy right now as they swing it to Allen Houston.
Allen Houston at the line, shooting 1.
Foul called on Greg Minor there, his first. Houston with 8 points here in the second half as Walter McCarty looks on, and the Celtic lead is back down to 15 again. Antoine spinning on the baseline, back out. Barrows is open, buries it. 5 for Dana, and the Celtics again come with full court pressure. Ooh, Houston walked with it. That's great body language there by Jeff Van Gundy. Somehow he says, okay, I'll encourage.
You know, how would you like to be coaching in New York where they have expectations of winning championships right now, and they don't have the players to win the title with? Oh.
Travis's hook shot won't stay down.
He's going to start to make those. I guarantee you.
And Ward dribbles it off a foot out of bounds. You know, it's interesting. I was talking with some of the media members who travel with the Knicks, and I mean, you're exactly right. They're the ones who say the words and write the words. And they're saying to me, like, hey, if Patrick's healthy, we can win this thing. And I'm not even sure they can win it with Patrick healthy. They might contend, but I'm not sure they win it.
That's New York for you.
Well, it is.
The Big Apple with the big expectations.
Certainly Miami will have something to say about that, as well as Chicago, as well as Seattle, Utah, and Los Angeles out west.
New York foul number 2, Larry Johnson.
Larry Johnson picks up that foul, just his second. And it's the 14th foul, so the Celtics will inbound. 4:02 left to play here in the third. Boston up 74-57, and Larry Johnson is back to the Knicks bench. Patino yelling that Oakley is illegal, and illegal he was, just kind of standing in the middle of the lane playing a little one-man zone.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And I'm going to tell you, the Knicks for years have gotten the benefit of the doubt.
Cummings. Yes.
Well, when he hits that shot, you are in for a tough time.
17 points for Terry Cummings, and the Celtics are going to take a 20-second timeout here. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to go. Cummings is 8 of 12 here in the game, and we've got about 15 minutes left to play tonight with Boston up 74-59. Soccer fans, the New England Revolution are back for another action-packed season here on Fox Sports New England. Join Derek Ray for play-by-play and the voice of soccer, Seamus Mallon, for exclusive coverage of 22 live games. Don't miss Raul Diaz-Arce and the Revolution battle the Columbus Crew. That action gets underway Saturday night, 7:30, only on Fox Sports New England.
Here's the Knicks comeback, folks, and Houston with the floater in traffic, and then Ward to Oakley on the Celtics cave in, and here's Houston turns the corner and gets a three-point play out of that one.
Oakley coming up with the loose ball. And the foul coming from both sides, Nolan Fine and Bruce Alexander. And we are going to get ourselves a timeout. 2:46 left to go here in the third. Celtics have got a 15-point lead on Fox Sports New England.
The ultimate Derek Jeter dream date. First, you call a girl. Tell her that you're preparing a perfect candlelight dinner for her. I throw in some R&B. I can't cook, so I'll order some food. Tell them to give me the works and put it on my Discover card. Splash on a little cologne, throw on your apron. The Discover card cashback bonus is the icing on the cake. What else would she want to do but to watch highlights of us winning the World Series in 1996?
It pays to Discover. To apply, call 1-800-IT-PAYS-2. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
It's time, Celtics fans, to vote for the recipient of this year's Account Tip 6-Star Award. Choose the Boston Celtics player who you think best represents Celtics pride. Act now and you could win. Nightly winners will receive a 6-month membership to FitCorp, helping companies through healthy lifestyles. One lucky grand prize winner will receive 2 6-month memberships, plus dinner for 2 with Skybox tickets to see a Celtics home game. The 6-Star Award, brought to you by Account Tips, Fox Sports New England, and the Boston Celtics. The ball's in your court. Vote today.
Do you think you're getting the best shave? Take the Sensor XL Challenge. We bet you can't find a closer, safer shave than Sensor XL. No other razor has Sensor XL's soft microfins for extra protection and self-adjusting blades for extra closeness. Take the Sensor XL Challenge. Once you experience the safest way to the closest shave, we bet you won't go back. Gillette Sensor XL.
2:46 left to go here in the third. Boston's up 15, and the Celtics and the Fannie Mae Foundation are hosting their 4th annual Rock with the Jocks fundraiser on Thursday, April 9th. You can join Coach Rick Pitino and the entire Celtic team at the Big Easy in Boston for an evening of fun, music, and memorabilia. Proceeds benefit Boston's home team program to foster inner-city neighborhood revitalization. To purchase tickets, visit the Fleet Center box office or any Ticketmaster outlet or call 931-2000 to rock with the Jocks. Celtic faithful coming alive here, and the Knicks trying to make a little noise. Houston short with that one, and battling for the rebound. It's Cummings and Walker, and a jump ball. Loose ball.
Well, they're going to call a jump ball, and I don't know if this is a jump ball. Let's see. Yep.
All right, Celtics have the spots that they want. And the Knicks get the tip. Starks. Rebound to Minor. Up to DeClerc, and Andrew unable to make the clean catch, but he didn't touch it, and it is going to be New York ball. 2:27 left to go here in the third.
Well, Andrew didn't run the direct route to the basket, and if he had run the direct route to the basket and the pass had spotted that, that would have been a layup.
Houston trying to create something, leaves it for Cummings. Cummings up and under, no rebound battle, tipped out, last touch. officials have it New York ball.
Well, let's see what happens here.
Looks like Oakley to me.
Off Oakley. Little things, boy.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Andrew DeClerc call for that foul, and on Andrew, that's going to be number 4. And Rick Pitino is going to get Kenny Anderson back into the game.
Oh, let's see this. I want to tell you, I'm getting aggravated now. They're getting the cheapest fouls, and the Celtics, Antoine Walker going to the hoop, can't get any.
Number 7, Kenny Anderson, checks into the Celtics lineup.
Kenny Anderson back in for Boston. Here's Oakley with McCarty on him. Inside Cummings tries to go overnight and does. Rebound is back to net.
Kenny's got to get this team refocused. Let Kenny run the show a little bit here. And
Anderson comes up firing and buries the jumper.
Big hoop there.
11 for Anderson. The quick advance to Cummings. He's going to take it. He's got 19 for the night. Larry Johnson's trying to get himself back into the game. That's a season high for Terry Cummings. And we've got a minute 9 to play in the third.
Well, finally.
Foul is called on Childs. That's 2 on Childs. And it is the 15th foul on the Knicks. So Ron Mercer's going to get himself to the free throw line with 1:06 to play. 76-51 Boston.
You know, when you walk in, if you're a young basketball team like the Celtic team is, and you walk into the locker room with a huge lead against the team that you want to stick it to down deep in your guts, you are full of elation. And the young team says, we got this one, we got this one. And a veteran team says, we haven't got this one until we play the next 24 minutes. And that's what's going on right now.
Mercer's got 17. Boston's up by 17 with under a minute to go in the third. Lloyd. Oh, that's the second time he has done that in about the last 5 possessions. Anderson. 19 turnovers for the Knicks in the game. Knight hands it back to Kenny. Gets it back. Knight will take it.
A little pick pop play, and Travis Knight will make a living out of that shot. That is his shot that he's worked on all through college.
Travis has got himself 10. Celtics could really hurt the Knicks' hopes here if they could shut him off and score again before the end of the quarter. Childs trying to lay it down, does, and Cummings.
Cummings really is so experienced. He knows that on the rotation, people are coming one way, and he uses one side of the backboard to lift them and then goes to the opposite side. Smart play by the vet.
Celtics looking for the final shot here. McCarty gets it to Ron Mercer. Mercer. Oh, yeah. 19 for Mercer. 0.8 of a second for the Knicks. Johnson. And the Celtics have a 19-point lead. The Knicks able to chop 3 off the halftime deficit. But with 12 minutes to go, it's 82-63.
Our mornings are controlled chaos. Somehow we always manage.
They'd manage better with a Fleet One account. It links all your accounts so you can manage your household assets, transfer funds, pay bills, and earn preferred rates. The Fleet One account. If you're ready for more control, we're ready when you are.
budget. Get out of the ordinary. Rent a convertible for just $39 a day at Budget.
Before you buy a digital wireless phone, Bell Atlantic Mobile wants you to ask this simple question. Does it work just about everywhere? Does it work here and out here? Does your phone sound clear here? The fact is, Boston, D.C., nobody has more digital coverage with the most advanced digital technology than we do. A cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
So a shot here will have to be miraculous, and it is! Here's Kidd. The shot underway. Hardaway's got it. Barkley for three. No! It's good if it goes. Yes! 8 to the second left. Baker from the backcourt. Oh my goodness! Jackson from half court. It'll count. Oh! Unbelievable! You gotta love it!
We are back, about to start the fourth here, 82-63. Let's take a look at a couple of Papagino's instant replays.
Well, pick and roll play, but this was crucial right now. This changed the momentum of the game, and you see he's a lefty, and he comes off that pick, and you better jump on him fast. But look what happens when they do. When they get him in one way, they leave a guy that will make a living with that type of shot, working with Kenny Anderson. Travis Knight. Kenny Anderson is going to mean, I don't know how many more points a game to this Celtic offense. I am really thrilled with what the possibilities are with Kenny Anderson.
There are our third quarter numbers. The Celtics, the edge at the free throw line, the edge from the field. Rebounds slightly in New York's favor. 19 Knicks turnovers. A higher number than usual for the Celtics there with 6. Here's Anderson, gets by Cummings. Kenny. Rebound of Childs.
Well, the shot clock was winding down, and Kenny appears to be limping a little bit again. I don't like that.
Larry Johnson turns right into Walter McCarty.
I want to tell you, that one is an offensive foul, bar none. Say, if you're a big and tall guy like me, you want to shop at Hadges Big and Tall Stores. Hadges has 6 convenient locations: Quincy, Burlington, Saugus, Framingham, Hyannis, and Manchester, New Hampshire. So call 1-888 for tall men. The store nearest you.
Larry Johnson knocks down that first free throw. 6 points, first point of the second half for Larry Johnson. Used it all on that one. Knicks extend their pressure a little bit. Mills is out on Minor. Anderson trying to take Ward off the dribble. Kicks it out. Mercer with some time, long with the jumper. Cummings. And here comes Ward. Johnson trying to back his way down again. Turns into traffic.
This is a clean block. It's 2 in a row that Johnson got the benefit of the doubt here. I want to tell you. That is ball, baby. Nothing but ball.
Johnson makes his third consecutive free throw.
Antoine Walker checks into the Celtics lineup.
Antoine Walker is going to come in, and Walter McCarty is going to go out. Johnson makes them both. 15-point game with 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Knicks for a 4-0 run here to open up the fourth quarter. Minor. Inside, Antoine turns. It's kind of a funny shot.
Somebody reached in and grabbed it. He thought it were.
Oh, nice by Knight. Got an original piece of that. Yeah. The crowd wanted to know what the call is there. It's going to be a foul, obviously, on Cummings, but it was certainly a...
That's a one-shot foul, and there were two guys down in front. That was a breakaway. That's a good play by the Celts. And they had two people out there. I want to tell you. Clear path and all that stuff.
Here's Mercer into the paint. Leaves it for Minor. Greg can't hit the jumper. Rebound taken down by Cummings. Boy, what a game Jerry Cummings has had. 21 points and 10 rebounds off the Knicks bench. Dana Barros is going to come in next whistle for Boston.
Boy, and Larry Johnson's just warding guys off with his arm in the low post.
He's been doing that for years. There's Johnson.
That's a walk.
Just to the basket, finds Cummings. 23 for Cummings, and the Knicks, as close as they have been since the first quarter, it is a 13-point game. Anderson trying to answer by himself, and Kenny is fouled on the way to the basket. Charlie Ward is going to pick that up, and that's 4 on Charlie Ward.
Here's Kenny. He goes and gets it back. To the shot, then we'll get to the line for 2. Right now, the Celtics got to stop this Knicks momentum. The next 5 minutes of this game are the most crucial. If you let them get it under 10, it's going to pump new life into the Knicks.
Anderson with his 12th point of the evening. The lead is 14. Mills pops out. Mercer chases him. Wood comes around the screen. Johnson now. Wood goes the other way as Johnson came out to set a couple of picks. Bullet pass underneath. Cummings knocked away out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock. Dana Barros is going to check in, and Kenny Anderson will go out. Johnson skips it. Mills with time. Gets a 3.
That was well timed. And Larry Johnson did a great job of drawing in the defense and then kicking it out.
83-72. Here come the Knicks. Mercer looking inside. They go to Antoine. Travis. Rebound. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Walker. It'll come back to the Knicks with a chance to make this a single-digit game. Johnson. Knight comes to help. They get it inside. They find Cummings. Oh, he missed it. Oh, what a break for the Celtics there.
Well, finally, he's human. Now they got to come and get a good one.
Walker the other way. Minor with Mills on him. Kicks it back to Knight. Bounce pass inside. Antoine stripped. Charlie Ward.
As soon as Antoine puts it on the floor, they're doubling him down on the box.
Here's Cummings again. Double from Minor. They find the open man, Mills. Misses it. Rebound. Tipped by Johnson, but picked off by Walker. So the Celtics dodge a couple of bullets as the Knicks tried to cut it into single digits. Boston by 11, 83-72. New York just 1 of 7 shooting threes. That 3 by Mills, the last one. And Mercer answers with a baseline jumper.
That's the guy I would be going to right now, coming off plays, because he's got a stroke in between, and they're getting a little tired, the Knicks.
Rob Mercer, who does not have a lot to say, did a lot of staring at Chris Childs those last 2 trips up and down the floor.
Well, my Discover card statement reads like a wish list. Toys. I like toys. I love pinball machines. This will improve my golf game. It is unbelievable to me how fortunate I've been in my life, and I can't ask for anything more. The best thing you can do with your Discover Card cashback bonus is give it straight to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's what I do.
It pays to discover. Call 1-800-IT-PAYS-TO. Accepted where you see the...
What's your nickname?
Beast. I went back to like 3 years ago. There was this court, and I took the ball, and I just brought it back like this. Beast from there.
Those guys inspired me, because that's all I used to do was just dunk, watch them and just do their dunks.
Things like this makes you strive even harder.
Like up here, and you gotta get up there.
10% physical, 90% mental.
NBA authentic gear redesigned by Starter, Nike, and Champion. Get your NBA gear at Foot Locker.
I love playing to a full house. Nothing's better than seeing 24,000 excited fans pack this place. But if we fill these seats with every abused child from last year alone, we could fill 40 arenas. The numbers don't lie.
You're watching Celtics basketball on Fox Sports New England.
Well, you're going to see a good play coming up here as they finally get it to the guy coming off the picks, and he sits in the pocket. Nice pass by Travis to get Ron Mercer. That's the main man. That's the guy that can take you out of this thing right now. Hit those medium ranges. South side deep shots, inside shots, none of it working. And Mercer can get open.
85-72, Celtics by 13 as we approach 7 minutes to go. Oakley hands it off to Houston. 24-second violation. Johnson had no clue how much time was on the clock when he caught the ball.
Well, the Celtics really did a great job on defense that time. They took everybody that tried to use a pick out of any thought of a play and did it 3 times.
21 Knicks turnovers in the game. Nice little screen, rolls to the basket. Travis, Antoine from behind the backboard.
Nice pass once again from Travis Knight. Yep. So he's made 2 good plays with passes to get the Celtics out of the doldrums.
He's got 6 assists. Oakley gets it inside, and Johnson's able to get to 11 for Johnson. Barros. And Childs is going to be called with the bump outside.
That's an important play there. As the Knicks, well, that's only the 3rd team foul on the Knicks. Boston has only 2.
3rd on Childs. Barros, McCarty, Walker, Knight, and Mercer for Boston. Childs, Johnson, Mills, Oakley, and Houston for the Knicks. Mercer around the screen. Mercer is going to take the fall away. Short with it. Rebound to Mills.
Well, they got a shot, and he got his kind of shot.
Oakley again out to set a screen. Childs goes the other way. Childs is going to take it. No. Up big McCarty for the rebound. Gets it to Antoine. Couple of baskets here by the Celtics, but they really do a lot in terms of turning the lights out. They got the hustle by Oakley there, able to get it back in bounds, and Mills comes up with the loose ball. Houston. And an illegal defense is called, and it was Dana Barros who was the guilty party.
He was heading for the double. Watch Charles Oakley, as old as he is, makes a great play here. So 2nd illegal defense on the Celtics.
Houston's able to convert. 14 points for Allen Houston. Greg Minor's going to come back into the game for Boston. 5 minutes, 9 seconds to go. Celtics by 12, but the Knicks have got the ball. The Knicks have been unable to get this into single digits since about halfway through the first quarter. Houston. Antoine over the top for the rebound.
Oakley is not a leaper. And Antoine had all the room in the world to get that rebound.
Mercer's jumper won't stay, but Greg Minor there for a big offensive rebound. Celtics get a fresh clock. And Walker hits a three.
That was monumental.
22 for Antoine, the lead back to a comfortable 15 with 4.5 to go as the clock now starts to become a major enemy for the Knicks. They turn it over. Oakley gets away with a little skip. Fouls on either Minor or Walker. It's Antoine. 4 on Antoine. Going to get Andrew DeClercq back in.
Take a look at Antoine, and there's still plenty of time on the shot clock, and Antoine elected, I got the shot, I got confidence, and he does have that.
He does.
And he made the game winner, of course, out in Pontiac, so he thinks he's got it. He's got it.
Can't argue with him. Nice play, DeClercq to slap it away. Celtics can take it under 4 minutes on this possession, leading by 15 and the ball. Minor, a little pull-up, partially blocked, picked off by Oakley. Mills got a piece of that shot. Mills ahead of the field and touched it, and then the ball hit the underside of the backboard out of bounds. And Jeff Van Gundy's club has had some opportunities, but have been unable to capitalize here in the fourth quarter. They had a couple of chances to make it a single-digit game, couldn't. 23 Knick turnovers have not helped their cause. Now Boston a chance to push it up to 17. Barrow's trying to split the double team with the dribble.
He loses control. Much better now on that play than he was at the beginning of the year, but every once in a while he loses control.
Nice strip by Mercer there. Mills comes up with it. 10 on the shot clock. Houston goes baseline. Nice ball fake. Can't make the shot go down. That's going to be a push on Mills as Ron Mercer went flying out of bounds. And with 3:10 to go, Kenny Anderson's going to come back into the game. Dana Barros was a very game player here tonight. Again, you got that report from Willie May in the first quarter that Dana Barros was having real trouble keeping lunch down to begin this game. Had to leave a couple of times to go to the locker room, but kept coming back out to play. Anderson now brings it up against the Ward pressure. Anderson to the basket, the follow by DeClercq.
More spotlight on Andrew.
There you go.
Put the spotlight on Andrew.
Might have put the lights out for the Knicks too. It's a 17-point game. Starks' little runner won't stay down. Mercer gets it to McCarty. Impressive effort by the Celtics again here tonight. They're about to win their 3rd in a row. Their 22nd of the year at home and their 34th overall. Give that basket to Charlie Ward. Just his 2nd basket of the night. And we're going to get a timeout. 2:23 left to go in this one. All Boston 92-77 on Fox Sports New England.
I went to my first rodeo when I was 60. Fell in love with it.
So, Bill and I fly to rodeos on Southwest Airlines. With fares this low, we are getting to be regulars. Bill wishes I would stay home and play bingo.
B11.
I tell him as long as Southwest is flying, I'm riding.
You are now free to move about the country.
Hey, don't work too late, kid. Thanks.
Slow-crafted Sam Adams. All in due time.
Will you be able to afford the future? What will your grandson want for his birthday in 2019? What will dinner for the whole family cost in 2021? Can your house continue to be the stage you live your life on? You'll need a plan. And with mutual funds, brokerage services, and the right investment advice, no one can help you make a better plan than Fleet. We're ready when you are.
We're back with 2:23 to go in this one, and the Celtics pretty safely in control at 92-77. And Celtic fans, you can be part of the team behind the team and become a Papagino's Boston Celtics honorary ball boy or ball girl. If you're between the ages of 12 and 18, simply stop by your local Papagino's and register for a chance to work the parquet for a day. No purchase is necessary. Celtics are just 4 of 14 here in this fourth quarter, but the Knicks are just 4 of 10. Boston came into this leading by 19. Ward is able to complete the three-point play. Knicks coming with some full court pressure here, trailing by a 14. Celtics can just about get this to the 2-minute warning on this possession. Anderson with the dribble alive inside. Oh, what a pass tonight! And Travis gets fouled with 1 on the clock. Boston able to use 23 seconds of that possession and then get Travis Knight fouled.
Here's Kenny coming off into traffic, and there's Travis. And I would tell you, the bigger the target, the more Kenny's going to get you the ball if you just move. You know, a guy like him, if you keep moving and get a half a step on your man, he's got the full repertoire of passes. Bounce passes, lob passes, quick, hard ones.
So Travis Knight, a real solid game here tonight. 12 points, close to double figures in rebounds, had 6 assists the last check. And there's Anderson trying to come up with a steal inside. The foul's going to be on Kenny as he was battling in there with Mills. That's just the first foul on Kenny. I wasn't sure we were going to see Kenny again this year, and all of a sudden he pops up in Detroit the other night and has played a bunch of minutes here tonight.
Yeah, but it was a surprise out in Detroit. But he helped the Celtics in that ball game. And right now, Dana's coming in, and Kenny's waving Rick Pitino off, saying, I'm okay, but
Mills in double figures now at 10. Cummings has led the Knicks tonight with 23 off the bench. Oakley is going to the bench right now, and Anthony Bowie is checking in. 150 left to play, 15-point game. The Knicks could be in for a very rough week. Patrick Ewing and company head down to Atlanta on Tuesday night to play the Hawks. And then they have back-to-back games with the Heat. We could be looking at a 5-game losing streak.
Yep. And the Celtics now have taken 2 men into the game in the backcourt, Kenny Anderson and Dana Barros. Both of them can handle the ball against any pressure that the Knicks are going to employ. And very nicely that time. And if they end up trying to foul people, they got 2 good free throw shooters that'll handle the ball. Andrew in the spotlight, folks. Here's some defense by Andrew. Knocks that away and helped turn the tide. Watch this follow-up. So Andrew, active, aggressive. Remember we talked to you about his leaping ability. He's a quick leaper. That last basket, very much an indication of how he can leap. Let's take a look at what Andrew might be working on for next year's outside shooting. And he has taken, as I remember, just one shot from more than 15 feet, and he made it. And he needs to continue to improve with his inside play. They were teaching him inside moves, you know, foot movement, give him the Kevin McHale up fakes, that move, this move, that move. And he started to take hold with that type of stuff. And I mean, they're dedicated to improving his game. But he's also if he just gets the ball and takes it and jumps and shoots the shot, he will beat half of these guys to the leap. As we were looking at his father there.
That's Don DeClercq, who's in town for the game, and also in town for tonight's game is Willie May. Willie.
Well, thanks, Mike. I do have my good friend Bob DeSalvio here. Bob, another Foxwoods winner this year, and who we present that check to tonight?
Mark Hodgkins from New Hampshire, a really good Celtics fan, and we're very happy that Foxwoods was able to present the 4th check this season to a very happy Celtics fan. It's a great promotion. We love doing it.
Hey, we're going to get a few more opportunities before the season's up.
Got, what, 5 more home games? Yeah, let's hope we do a couple more.
Hey, if we can't get a winner, maybe we'll get Tommy to shoot the hook shot.
Well, for those kind of numbers, Tom just might shoot the hook shot. Houston takes it coast to coast. Padding the numbers right now, though. That's what the Knicks are doing, trailing by 14 with a minute and a half to go. Mills jumps out on a little double team. Celtics have it down to 10 on the shot clock. The Knicks not looking to foul, trying to experiment, I think, with some traps, or at least were there on the initial part of that possession. And McCarty goes right over the top to Antoine, who's having himself a 24-point night.
Well, they have their quick unit in right now, the Knicks, to try and press and get with the people. And Walker could have a field day down on the box.
Antoine bringing it up, has it slapped away from behind by Mills. Up it comes. Houston with 3 straight layups here. And that is going to get the Celtics calling a quick timeout with 55 seconds to go. 98-86 is that score. Rick Pitino has no intentions of letting this one in any way slip away. The man in the spotlight tonight has been Andrew DeClercq all night long, and earlier we asked Coach Pitino about Andrew.
Well, he's an improved low post player. He runs the floor well. He jumps well. We want to play him a little bit more backup power forward next year. Play Antoine a little bit more at small forward. So get more minutes at where he can take advantage of his height. Right now, he cannot do that.
Andrew, obviously in Rick Pitino's future plans.
I like Andrew. Andrew personifies, much like Walter McCarty, a high-energy player, which fits right into what Rick Pitino likes. Guys that will be aggressive, run hard, play hard the whole time. And there are 2 guys that epitomize that, Andrew and Walter. They play hard.
We talked with Andrew DeClercq earlier about what he'd like to do in the final 6 or 7 games of this season.
You know, amazing that I just go out there and play. You know, I think as a team right now, everyone's just looking to improve at the end of the year and go into the summer on an up note, and you know, be ready to work hard during the summer and come back for next season.
Well, that is indeed what this team would like to do, but before they just completely write off the early part of the summer, if you run the table, you never know what might happen here. You know, the Celtics could conceivably finish at 41-41, and
well, the Nets beat New York last night.
Yes,
right?
they did.
And so, I mean, they've got to completely run the table to have any hopes of it.
Yes, they do.
That's going to be tough to do,
but not impossible.
No.
And nice pass. Score the basket for Greg Minor. Give the applause to Kenny Anderson.
Oh, Kenny doing his number. That's nifty, boy. There it is. Now you watch Kenny. They want to take the ball out of his hands. No way. No way. Look off pass as he looked one way. Created the opportunity for Minor. And they were a good step late getting to Minor.
Celtics hit the century mark here in the final minute of this game, 100-86. Houston. Mills will hit a three from the corner, his second of the night. And then a quick foul is called on the Knicks off the inbounds pass. It'll be called on Mills. It's going to put Dana Barros at the free throw line with 36 seconds to go, and Boston up 11. Jeff Van Gundy not looking too good down there on the Knicks bench.
No, and he is really, like we say, under the Gundy. And he's under the Gundy.
I like that a lot.
But
I'm sorry, Jeff. I know it's not a good moment for you. That was just a.
He's done a remarkable job just to salvage whatever they've been able to salvage without the players. They all have big players.
Charlie Ward, front rim for
over the top and out.
I thought it was, but they say no. John Starks in and out. Antoine Walker the rebound. Chris Mills gives the quick foul with 22 seconds to go.
I tell you, you know, earlier in the season when Rick Pitino made the trade with the Knicks to acquire Walter McCarty and John Thomas and Dante Jones, I thought that was a great deal. And it took the youth away from the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks do not have any young players. Who's the youngest player that they have there?
They have 6 players with 10 years or more
of experience. And they are not going to be able to rebuild this team quickly. They had some talented people there. They got rid of John Wallace, too, who was a very, very good player.
Bowie, one from the corner, give him 3. 11 seconds to go in what is a 10-point game. Walker gets it in, and let's see, the Knicks going to foul again. I don't think so. And Kenny Anderson will dribble out the clock. Impressive show for the Celtics here tonight for the first time since the 90-91 season. The Celtics have beaten the Knicks twice in a year. And the final score here at the Fleet Center, Boston 102 and the Knicks 92. Back with the final thoughts in just a minute.